Think of the most off-limit spots on Earth. Those secret locations that no one, no matter who they are, can step foot into. Today we're talking about them. Places you're absolutely barred from entering. Secret places? Like Treehouse secret place? What? No. I'm talking about serious places. High stakes, heavily guarded locations that are completely forbidden. Ah, got it. So like a VIP cookie jar. Seriously? Can we stay focused now? What? You can't take a joke now? Fine, I'll be quiet. For a bit. Right. Back to the forbidden. These are places where you can't go. No photos allowed, and what happens inside is a mystery to almost everyone. But here's the real question. Why all the secrecy? What could be so important? Welcome to Mysteries Unraveled, where we try to solve mysteries. Today we're diving into the most secret places in the world, and all the mystery theories swirling around them. You can't visit these spots without special clearance, and no one really knows what's happening inside. And the last one is an unexpected place. Naturally, when you don't give the public info, we just make it up. First on the list is Area 51. Whoa, we're getting right to the meat, huh? No warm-up? Yep, right to the meat. I mean, seriously, you can't talk about secret locations without mentioning Area 51. It's been an American obsession for over 50 years. Movies, books, TV shows, and of course, countless YouTube videos. I remember when some wild person got millions of people to RSVP to storm Area 51 back in 2019. Yeah, they basically broke the internet. Anyway, Area 51 in Rachel, Nevada, about 80 miles northwest of Las Vegas. It's a remote detachment of Edwards Air Force Base. So secret that the military denied it even existed for years, until they finally admitted it was real in 2013. But what's actually happening there? Built in 1955, originally by Lockheed Martin for testing the U-2 spy plane, although Area 51 isn't officially labeled top secret, the place is heavily protected, and yeah, deadly force is authorized. Meaning stay the fuck out. So what's going on there? Well, the official line is, for operation security reasons, we don't provide details about what goes on in the facility. The most popular theory, Area 51 is hiding the alien spacecraft that crashed in Roswell, New Mexico in 1947, along with the bodies of the pilots. Alien bodies, whoa! Right? Of course, the Air Force said it was just a weather balloon. Yeah, cause I totally trust our super honest government. Yeah, no, lots of people don't. The secret wasn't fully out until 1989, when Bob Lazar claimed he worked there and spilled that the military had been reverse engineering alien spacecraft for use in American military and space programs. A lot of people believed him. And think about it, technology advanced really fast in the second half of the 20th century. Look, 20 years before Roswell, Charles Lindbergh flew across the Atlantic in a single-engine plane. It was a massive deal. But 20 years after Roswell, we're launching satellites and landing people on the moon. Allegedly. Excuse me, what? Allegedly landed on the moon. Alright. We are launching satellites and allegedly landing people on the moon. Still, it's obvious something sparked this technological boom in the 50s and the 60s. Was it alien tech or something else? I know someone smart enough will write something in the comments below. Yeah, drop your theories in the comments. Was it alien or something we haven't even imagined yet? Next on the list, Menwith Hill. It's a Royal Air Force station in North Yorkshire, England. Originally, it was built to provide communications and intelligence support to the UK and the US. But in the 60s, operational control was handed over to the NSA, and that's when things got interesting. The NSA turned it into the largest electronic monitoring station in the world. Wait, monitoring? You mean spying? Exactly. And that's where Project Echelon comes in. It's a massive surveillance program run by the Five Eyes, also known as the US, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, and the UK. Five Eyes? That's like the villain from James Bond's movies. What a coincidence, right? Anyway, the Five Eyes turned Echelon into a global system for intercepting private communications. We're talking mass surveillance, targeting high-threat individuals, corporations, even industrial espionage. Echelon is now this global network of spy stations that can tap into landlines, cell phones, computers, even bank accounts, and all the data stored in Echelon computers, which hold records of millions of peoples, companies, and even countries. Pulitzer Prize winner journalist Barton Gilman from the Washington Post summed it up. Secret legal authorities let the NSA sweep up the telephones, internet, and location records of entire populations. So every text message, phone call is logged. Well, that's the rumor. Then it gets added to files on the sender and the receiver, stored for later analysis. Is that even legal? Well, technically, no. Not in the US without a warrant, but Menwith Hill isn't in the US, so big loophole. Plus, officially, this project doesn't even exist. Of course it doesn't. Nothing to say here. Good day to you, sir. I said good day to you, sir. Oh, and guess who built a lot of stuff? Who? Lockheed Martin. I don't know about you, but really I'm freaking out. This company is really everywhere. I know, right? But really, what do you all think? Is Project Echelon real? Are you worried about government spying on your texts and screening your calls? Let us know in the comments below. And in the next one is really interesting. Alright, let's talk about Mount Weather, the ultimate emergency operations center. Built in 1958, this high-security federal facility is part of the US Continuity of Government Plan. Translation, it's where they send their highest-ranking civilian and government personnel when things go south. It's 564-acre fortress in Clark County, Virginia. During the Cold War, they designed it as a relocation site with two parts, the above-ground FEMA complex and a 600,000 square feet underground bunker. Wait, an underground bunker? That is as big as a city! Yep, reportedly it's fully self-contained. It got leaders, police, fire departments, its own set of laws. There's a hospitals, dining and recreational areas, sleeping quarters. It got its own water system, emergency power plant, a TV and a radio studio for emergency broadcasting. People could survive there in total isolation for a year. Sounds like 2020 all over again. Too soon? Maybe, but true. Mount Weather is built to survive pretty much anything, conventional, chemical, biological, and even nuclear attacks. And though it's been around for over 60 years, the public knew almost nothing about it until 1974, when a TWA flight crashed nearby. Wait, so even government people didn't know it existed? Exactly. Most federal officials were clueless until then. But yeah, it's been used a couple of times. Mount Weather was activated on April 7, 2015, after a major power outage hit DC. So they really do use it. Who gets permission to go there? There is a list, but nobody really knows who's on the list. It's an exclusive club. So how do we get on that list? Well, you have to be important enough. So maybe they would pick us along with our subscribers. What do you guys think? Would you want to be on the Mount Weather list or take your chances on the outside? The Yaman and Kavisky Mountains. These sites are claimed by the US to be secret Russian nuclear facilities with underground bunkers. Why? Because satellites have picked up massive excavations projects there. Civil and military garrisons were built on site and eventually merged into the closed town of Gori. Hold on, what's a closed town? Right. A closed town is a place where travel in or out is restricted, like seriously restricted. You can't just show up there with your backpack and expect a warm welcome. Similar to the nuclear town in Los Alamos in the 1940s. So how many people live there? Estimates say around 30,000 military personnel and another 30,000 non-military. But here's the thing, no one's been in or out for over 20 years, so nobody really knows. Wait, 20 years? People didn't leave for 20 years? That's some serious lockdown. Yep. And Western countries have been asking Russia for years what's going on there, but the story keeps changing. One day it's for mining rocks, the next they are making delicious cheeses, and then they are like, oh, it's like just a big Home Depot. Wait, they really said that? Like the Home Depot part? Yeah, they did. What do you all think? Is it a secret nuclear site or are they really into home improvement and fine cheeses? Now we're diving deep literally into the global seed vault. This thing is tucked away in the mountain above the Arctic Circle. between Norway and the North Pole. And no, it's not hiding oil, coal, or precious metals. It's hiding something even more valuable: seeds. Millions of seed from over 900,000 varieties of food crops are stored in the global seed vault, located in Norway's Svalbard archipelago. Sval what now? Yeah, it took me around 21 tries to get that one right. Svalbard. It's been a long day. We appreciate your perseverance. Anyway, the seed vault is basically a giant safety deposit box for seeds, in case of regional or global disasters. You know, just in case someone dropped bombs on us, we'll still have something to grow and eat. The vault is 120 meters deep inside a sandstone mountain with advanced security systems, and the seeds are packed in these special foil packets that keep them safe pretty much forever. The facility is run by the Nordic Genetic Resource Center, but they only open the vault to make deposits. No one actually works there full time. They picked spilled bark because it's perfect. No tectonic activity, solid permafrost, and 130 meters above sea level. So even if the ice caps melt, the seed stays dry. While the press hypes it as a failsafe for global catastrophes, it's actually used more often when regular seed banks lose their collections due to accidents, mismanagements, or war. War destroys seed banks? Yep. The National Seed Bank of the Philippines was wrecked by a flood, then destroyed by fire. Afghanistan, Syria, Iraq, they've all lost seed banks to war. But thanks to the Global Seed Vault, a lot of these seeds were recovered. Alright, ending in a high note. I like that. We try. What do you all think? Is the Global Seed Vault the ultimate insurance policy? Or do you think it's just preparing for a worst case scenario that may never come? Now the last one on the list is really tight on security, more than the Pentagon, and one of the most secretive places on Earth, the Vatican Archives. 53 miles of shelving, 35,000 volumes, millions of pages going back 1200 years, all housed in the heart of one of the most iconic institutions on the planet. The stuff of legends, books, and a lot of wild theories. But here's the thing, it's absolutely real. The Vatican's apostolic archives aren't just a myth, they exist. However, access? That's another story. Only a select few scholars get to peek inside, and even then, the documents have to be at least 75 years old before anyone can see them. Why 75 years? Afraid we might spill the beans on something too juicy? Well, let's just say the church has its reasons. Some of the documents are fascinating though. We're talking about Henry VIII's request for marriage annulment, a transcript from Galileo trial, and even letters from Michelangelo complaining that he wasn't paid for painting the Sistine Chapel. Wait, they stiffed Michelangelo on his bill? Apparently so. Even Michelangelo had to chase down his paycheck. The secrecy has led some crazy conspiracy theories about what's really hidden in there. And we are gonna dive into a few. Of course, what are you waiting for? Sure. One of the wilder theories claims the Vatican is hiding proof that Jesus didn't exist. It gets wilder. Another theory suggests the Vatican has evidence of extraterrestrials and that the Pope is secretly working with aliens to implant us with microchips. What? Wait, there's more. There is actually this theory about a device called the chronovisor. It's supposedly a machine that lets the operator view past and future events. It was allegedly invented by an Italian priest scientist who was trying to find proof of the crucifixion. Chronovisor? Sounds like something straight out of a YouTube video. Right? Oh, and the archives are said to contain the 3 secrets of Fatima, which supposedly predict the end of the world. Aliens, secret machines, and world-ending prophecies. That's some weird book collections. Exactly. Speaking of, some folks believe the Vatican itself is part of the Illuminati. Naturally, it's always the Illuminati. But here's one theory that actually turned out to be true. The Vatican archives contain documents that absolved the Knight Templar of crimes against the Church. The Echelon parchment, discovered in 2001, proved that the Pope Clement V absolved Templars of heresy in 1308. It was made public in 2007, and it reads like an episode of Law & Order SVU. Oh, Law & Order, Vatican City. Exactly. If you want to check it out, we'll link the full text in the description, and if you want a full video about any of the places we mentioned, let us know in the comments. We might just get into that. Should we even be talking about this right now? You're getting terrified. I was fine until the last story. Maybe we should cut this one out. It's too late for that. But you know what they say. What's that? We all have secrets, don't we? Hey, thanks for hanging out with us today. Drop a like and tell us what you think about today's episode in the comment section below. My name is Jeff, and this has been another episode of Mysteries Unraveled. See you in the next one.